Hi, it's Jason from Fraser Valley Rose Farm. Today I want to tell you kind of an unbelievable and frankly disappointing story about plant theft. Now you'll hear this every once in a while, an oddball story on your local news where they show a doorbell camera of somebody visiting a house, front porch bandit style, and picking out their plants and stuffing them in the car. Sometimes they get caught, sometimes they don't, but you're always left puzzled. Who even does such a thing? Who would go so low as to steal somebody's plants? But as bad as that is, it doesn't compare to what I'm about to tell you, which is somebody actually visiting with a shovel and digging plants out of the garden. Now, this story I'm about to tell you comes from a public garden that I visited and even featured them on our channel here. They have a great collection of old Canadian roses and rare roses, including David Austin roses, and they were the subject of the theft. The specific variety was Cressida, which is a variety that we can't get so easily up here in Canada. It's an older David Austin variety and just isn't available on the local market. So the volunteer coordinator of that garden actually made special arrangements to have this item brought up, this Cressida plant, traded and brought up from California. And he actually went to great personal effort and expense to do this and brought it up and established it in that garden, that public garden that I mentioned in a previous video. And I'm not going to mention them so much in this video because I don't want to make them a target for future other thefts, right? But as it turns out, as this plant is establishing, and as I mentioned, it's a bit rare, I guess it caught somebody's eye. So the volunteer coordinator comes in one morning and finds a hole in the ground, the plant missing, and it's been completely lifted. Broad daylight or late at night, who knows? And we just don't have footage and we don't have anything to show what happened there. Now, I'm under no illusion that I can help you to find the culprit in this instance, but if you do happen to be in the Okanagan area and somebody's bragging about how they found this rare Cressida rose, I hope that their story that they tell you about how they got it does not include a midnight raid to their local public garden. But it got me, of course, to thinking about, because I actually have some of those same roses from that same batch of tradings, and in fact I do have Cressida here, and I'll be taking cuttings and I will be supplying the public garden back to get that variety back into their collection. So I mean, we have a solution to this, but I guess only half of the challenge of collecting rare varieties of roses and keeping them available to the trade is actually collecting them. The other half is being able to grow them and maintain them and keep them safe, in this case from theft, although we also talk about keeping them safe for growing conditions and keeping them alive through winters and so on. So safeguarding my roses has been bumped to the top of my mind. So I have this trial garden that I showed you here at the beginning of the year that has some of those same varieties, those same cuttings, and they're actually establishing quite nicely. But now that they're starting to hit some size, now that it's starting to get larger, I do have on my mind, how do I keep them from the same kind of extreme action I could get from visitors here, although we haven't seen it yet. And one of the things that I've done towards that is I've installed these Reolink cameras. Now, Reolink has sponsored this video, and obviously that's one of my motives for making it, but I needed those. I needed those to safeguard our collection here, and for the retail. You know, it's like we have retail coming through here, people buying plants, and I've never run into any specific problems with people stealing. But it is nice that with the Reolink cameras installed here, not only do I get good high-resolution video during the nighttime, but even of the day. Even if it's pointing down and somebody's leaving with a cart, I can tell which plants went out on that cart. It's that good a resolution. And instead of trying to catch people in the act, another thing it can do is it can cover the entry points to our gardens or our nursery here, so that if a car pulls in, we can actually get good resolution even down to the license plate that I'll show you in this footage here. And obviously, because I'm showing off a Reolink camera system here, I'm going to talk about the features and benefits of their system. But the thing I have to emphasize here is that the last time I looked at video security solutions many years ago, I ruled it out, thinking, boy, I'm going to have to put wires everywhere. There's going to have to be some kind of DVR system in there. It's going to be expensive. Reliability could be an issue. How do you keep things charged up? How do you worry about wire break? I mean, it was just a big issue like that. What the new system is by Reolink is it's got this hub. It's the home hub that they have for their system that has the memory and memory card slots in the back of the hub itself, and then it collects the data from these different cameras that you can hook up to it. Now you can go wired, you can go power over Ethernet for some cameras, models that they have, or you can go for their fully wireless cameras, which is what I chose to do here because I just want to place them out into the yard in various positions and see how they do. So I'll show you the cameras here. They're a new model and they are awesome. Like you can rotate them around 360 degrees, not by going to them and moving them, but actually on your phone and on the app, and just move them around as you need them. You can customize it so that you can get lights, you can get sirens, you can get notifications. So all of the things you'd want from a home security system, they're there, and the video quality is excellent. As I mentioned, you can probably see what at least how many plants are in somebody's shopping cart, if not down to what plants were in those shopping carts. You can see the license plates on cars, and so if we have a few of those hooked up around the yard here, we can actually see all sorts of different views of what's coming and going in our farm, and that should be enough to manage all of our basic security concerns. Obviously, having them mounted to the buildings into a set location is useful. This is another use that I've been using them for, is for time-lapse photography. So here I've put it onto a tripod, here onto a ladder, and with their solar panels, so that I can run them for duration outdoors doing time-lapse photography. You can have presets there for sunrise, sunset, long construction projects, or just you can customize it to do cloud movement around the yard, or just catch the movement, some flowers in the wind, that kind of thing. And the quality of these means that I should get some decent footage from them, and I'll show you that now. Now, if you wouldn't mind emphasizing that we haven't had any serious problems in our business here. Our visitors have been good and people are paying, and I haven't seen any thefts that I can identify. But again, how would I know? And there's no need to get complacent about this. As we expand our business and we have lots more plants to grow and sell, I don't want to see us get further down the road and just not have this box covered. I guess what I'd say is I don't want to wait until there is a problem before I take action. And the way that this is set up with that home hub, it's expandable to a large number of cameras. I think it's something like 8. It can hook up to your doorbells. So it's all set that as we expand our needs, we can add the cameras as we go. But right now it's set up, it's recording all the time, and I can just look back on the footage as I need to if I have any concerns. All right, that's the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please drop that down into the comments below the video. I'll see what I can do to help.